Three. Welcome everyone to Eric and Linda Live. I'm Eric.
And I'm Linda. Thank you guys for joining us today. We're out here in Tracy, California. In our pivot, we're interviewing people across the nation that are in business and that can give you some helpful tips on how to run your business, some empowering people. And today I'm super excited. Here I go again, introducing the guest speaker, but I'm so super excited to have her on our show today. She's coming all the way from Texas. And I'm going to have Eric introduce her.
I know you guys out there always think that Linda's going to introduce because she gets so excited. Well, I'm excited too. So this person is coming all the way from Houston, Texas. She's the owner. She's the entrepreneur. She has a team. She's doing some wonderful, great things in the artistry and hair and makeup. And you want to stay tuned and hear some tips, may be able to get some ideas on what you can do. Her name is Joella Williams. We'd like to welcome her. Hey, what's up, Joella?
Hello. Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, thank you for being a part of our show.
Yes, definitely. And so let's hear more about who you are. Can you share with our listeners about a little bit about yourself and where you are and what you've been doing lately?
Yes, I'm Joella Williams, owner of Blush Hair and Makeup Artistry. We are a bridal hair and makeup team. I reside in Houston, Texas. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and a business owner, which, sometimes, can be a challenge to juggle, but, just so grateful to be able to do it all.
And when did you start your business?
In 2000, about 5.5 years ago. 5.5 years ago, we started this company.
Okay, what made you start that company?
Well, I had a corporate job for many years. For about 12 years, worked in corporate sales, merchant services, and did hair and makeup for weddings on the weekend. So it was a part-time job for many years. And after several years with that particular company, was laid off. So at the time, I was, of course, devastated, but so grateful that I did have this part-time income to rely on. And little did I know that it being a part-time job would become, our full source of income in the face of, that trying time. Mm-hmm. So it was a break from, it was an artistic break from the corporate world I lived in during the week. And, of course, it was devastating when I was laid off. I was laid off after that time. And just after, much thought and, talking it over with, my husband, we decided to be able to just pursue it. And, I'm so thankful that eventually became so busy that I was able to make this a full-time career, and I'm so happy about that.
Wow. So you were already doing hair and makeup on the weekends and you pivoted before the pivot. All right. Wow. That's really good.
But she pivoted again.
Yeah.
Yes, she did during COVID. So tell me what you've been doing during this COVID time and, rethinking, because I know that your industry probably slowed down a little bit during COVID. So what were you into during that time?
Yes, our licenses to be able to pursue this business are governed by the state. So we were shut down. We didn't have a choice for 3 months. We could not service this industry. And, it was devastating for us as business owners, of course, everyone in the entertainment industry. It was devastating for brides and clients because, of course, the wedding planning takes a lot of time and a lot of money. And, there's a lot that goes into it. So to be forced not to be able to have your event or have it in the way you thought you could have it was devastating for so many people. During that time, we just me myself just had time to reflect and maybe think of ways, or without knowing what would happen after the shutdown, if we had to pivot, how we had, which way it was going to go. I decided to take just different classes. Marketing classes was one of the classes that I took, so I could hone in more on who our ideal clients were. Um, I think that's important. Just I'm happy I took that class, because being being a business owner, you're busy. You're in the day to day and you're running the business. And sometimes we don't have the time to slow down and study things that need to be implemented or things you should work on. So I decided to take a marketing class to determine who my ideal client was, more so that we could appeal to those people. And I'm so grateful that I did. I just know that had I not been forced to stop, I probably wouldn't have done it at that particular time. But it was a positive thing that I was able to do during that time.
If there was one takeaway from that marketing class that like was an aha moment for you, or that helped your business become where it is today, what would that one thing you would share with everyone that you learned from that marketing class you took?
It would be finding out who your ideal client is. Just knowing everything about that person. Do you know her name? Do you know where she shops? He or she shops? Do you know what his or her favorite color is? Do you know what type of jewelry they wear? Do you know what income bracket they represent? Because if you know that, you can appeal to that particular person and build your branding and marketing messages specific to attract that particular person. And just in reflection, after taking that class, I realized I wasn't doing that, and it's a harsh reality sometimes to realize that maybe things you're doing may or may not be working. But I did implement those things and absolutely saw an immediate increase in business, in the types of clients we were attracting. It was definitely a lot of food for thought, but basically, I think the most important thing is finding and honing in on who your ideal client is. Like, that's super important, because then you can build everything to appeal to that person. Your colors, does your color palette appeal to that person you want to attract? Ours was neutrals, whites, blush tones, of course. That's what our clients liked. And so we started building color palettes in our marketing messages representing those colors and things of that sort, just to give you an example.
And style too probably plays a big part too, like what type of style they want their hair to be. And, is it more, formal, or is it more, I don't know, trendy?
Yeah.
So was that a part of your scheme too, to your marketing scheme to help your clients, is know their style?
Absolutely. Classic, clean was one type of client. We're also known for the bohemian styles, and things of that sort. So it may not be one specific or one exact type of client, but ideally it would be, so definitely attracting or appealing to that style of hair and style of makeup. Natural glam is kind of what our team is known for. So can we do dramatic hair and makeup looks? Absolutely. We can do whatever you ask us to do, but our clients prefer clean and classic and, timeless, ageless beauty, is pretty much what we're known for. So our portfolio will consist more of that, as opposed to, dramatic or, over the top or special effects makeup. Of course we can do that, but that's not our market. So we're putting portfolio images out that represent the market that we would want to represent or want to attract.
So let's go way back a little bit. So you started this company. You were a one-man show. You did it part-time because it was like more therapy and it was fun work for you. And now you've built this empire almost, it seems like, and And let's talk about that, because now you don't do it by yourself. You have a team of people. So how did you build that team of people to, or they probably sought you out? What happened? How did you do it?
Yes. Through the years of doing it part-time, I had met so many great people, and through referrals, had grown to attract more business that I could handle myself. And at the time I was laid off, it almost happened instantly, like instantly, from going, only doing it on the weekends to clients calling to do photo shoots during the week. They were taking bridal portraits, different appointments during the week that demanded more time, more weddings. There's only 52 weekends in a year, and you can only do so many weddings in a year, right? So
Right.
basically, you can only do so many weddings in a year, and that's working every weekend. And I was booked to capacity. And I had worked for other teams as a freelance artist throughout my part-time journey. So it was a goal of mine to be able to do that. But how I would do it was, of course, not left up to me, because it happened. I was laid off. So it didn't happen willingly. I was kind of forced to do it, because as I pursued the business more so, I became more busy. So at that time, I felt like I needed to outsource some of the work. And now you're thinking, I always thought, okay, well, I would like to be the type of artist I want to attract. Be the artist you want to attract, and those people will represent your company the way you want it to be represented. And I can truly say every artist that I have on my team, they sought me out. And I'm so grateful for that, because, it kind of just leads to that thinking, be the type of person you want to attract. And when I interview an artist, I'm of course interested in their skill to a degree, but I'm more interested in who they are as a person. Because if you're a good person, you will provide good service. If you're, if you can listen and take clients, feedback into consideration. I can't teach you how to be a good person, but I can teach you skill, somewhat. So if you have some skill, I can work with that, but I can't make you a better person. So when I'm interviewing, I just, I was more interested in that. And thankfully, the people that interviewed with me were good people. And, I felt if I invest in people, they're gonna represent your business well, and they'll make sure they do a good job. And I can truly say that, like, every artist that we have on our team, they care about the company, they care about what it's important to me, which is excellence. We want a great client experience. We want a positive experience. We want them to tell everybody about us, and every artist on our team, actually, they do that. And I'm so thankful for that. But it started out with me losing my job. And, I'm like, I'm so grateful that not only did I have enough work to supply for myself, but now I'm able to bless and help others through the overflow. And above all, I'm more proud of that than anything.
Wow.
It was like a blessing in disguise. I mean, you wouldn't be where you are at today if you didn't lose your job. It was scary at first, but I think you're just living your best life now,
Yeah,
and you enjoy the best thing about it is that you love what you do. So your therapy became your source of income. It probably doesn't even feel like a job to you. It feels like you're just, doing what you love. I mean, that's my hope for everybody out there is, do what you love and, live life to the fullest. And it sounds like, you are. So you teach people as well. I'm sorry, I'm bogarting this.
It's all good.
Because beauty and hair, it excites me.
I want to ask a question first.
Okay, fine.
What about us men, right? I mean, I know we're talking about weddings and all that. I mean, does the men or the grooms, do they get makeup also?
They do. They do. Actually, more so for grooms, and especially those that have careers that require them to work outside, or maybe, the sun has damaged or discolored their skin. We have complexion services that we offer for men. Airbrushing is typically what we do for men. And it's not, you can't see blush or not unless you want it, we'll do it. But typically it's just to give a even and clear complexion for picture purposes. So that's something that we do a lot of, and our grooms, we go to their suite and we do it privately, but they enjoy it.
Nice. All right.
Okay, my turn.
Okay.
So you get to teach people, and I know that you're working on a project, because this is important to hear too, that you can actually you're working on a virtual classes on. You tell us more about it.
Yes. Most times after a wedding, the bridal party or everyone loves the services and they want to know how they can do it themselves. So from that aspect, we offer classes to teach you how to apply your hair and makeup. It could be either for career purposes. Now with Zoom, there's a lot of Zoom meetings happening. We can teach you quick looks for being Zoom ready, but also the DIY bride. One thing that, unfortunately has happened with COVID, some of our resources and our finances have been affected just overall. And the affordability standpoint to have what we consider a luxury service, because it is a luxury service to have someone go to your location and do your hair and makeup on your wedding day. It's a convenience and it's a luxury service. But some people, their finances that have been allocated for that have been affected. So we will be able to offer virtual classes soon to teach you how to do either your bridal look, so that you, from an affordability standpoint, it's not as expensive as but you can still look nice and feel, glamorous on your wedding day. Also for career oriented women or men, if you're, having to find a new job, or if you need a look, a career look, we can teach you quick looks for day-to-day hair and makeup maintenance. If there's something specific you would like classes on, we have one class that we're launching called Iconic to do a smoky eye. We can tailor it to what your exact needs are, but I'm so excited that we will be able to offer it virtually, which, again, in the face of the climate we're in now, doing things virtually seems to be the way to go, and it's safer. You can do it in the comfort of your own home or your own space. It's one-on-one, so you'll still get individual attention. Personal shopping is another service that we'll offer. We will have a questionnaire depending on what your needs are, and we'll give you specific tried and tested products that we feel will help you or can be applied to what your needs are. So we're excited. We're excited about it and can't wait to launch it. We do it in person now, but to be able to do it virtually will be amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, I need the personal shopping one.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I need the
I was looking at you like, no, she started thinking over there. I was like, yeah.
Shopping, yes.
I know. It's so amazing. I'm so excited.
I have a question for you. So what does that look like when you do a DIY class? Are you Zooming where you can also see your viewers and you guys can communicate back and forth on how the makeup is supposed to be put on so that you can coach them? Or is it just a class where you just show them?
No, we coach you. You will sit with your device to where we can interact. We will both have a mirror. I will teach you, or we will teach you step by step how to apply your lashes, how to apply your shadow, talk about your inspiration pictures. Just whatever your specific needs are, we will be able to do it virtually. And that's exactly it. Interacting, product recommendations, complexion recommendations, how to have you look your best on your wedding day with the budget that you have in the best way possible.
I think that class would be great for us men, because now she doesn't have to pay to go get her makeup done. Are you gonna show us how to do nails too? Because
Yes.
wow, that would be a big savings.
I don't want him. Are you talking about doing myself?
I can take the class.
No,
Really.
it's okay.
All
But
right.
I'm super excited because I love your work. I see your work on Facebook, and I'm like, man, that girl is so talented.
Yeah.
And now I could take advantage of it being all the way in California, tapping into your services. So this is like so awesome. I can't wait. So how do we find those classes?
It will be on our website. So they're being launched soon. We have them locally now for in-person classes, but soon you will be able to book online on our website, www.blushartistrytx.com. You will be able to book online, pay online. We hope from a consumer standpoint, it's really easy. You pick your time slot. And that's it. They'll be they go as little as 1.5 hours up to 2.5, 3 hours, depending on what your needs are. I'm excited about it. The DIY bride is one of them. Ageless beauty. Some clients don't have a skincare regimen, so there's a skincare class that we can talk about what your specific needs are, and daily career makeup. Just 5-minute looks. Some people don't have a lot of time to dedicate to that, but they want to look presentable and professional in a work environment. So we'll have classes for that. It's super exciting. I'm so happy about it.
So will these classes be like one-on-one or group sessions?
One-on-ones.
Okay.
One-on-ones. I think to be able to give a client the experience they deserve, and one-on-one attention is what everybody wants. We've marketed it or tested it in so many different scenarios, and it's nothing to replace that one-on-one attention.
Wow.
And then that client deserves it. I feel we can do small groups, but I think it almost takes away from the experience. So we'll probably keep it more to a one-on-one experience, maybe 2 at the most, but for sure the best experience I feel is one-on-one.
Now, will you have a YouTube channel for that?
Oh gosh.
Not sure.
I'm not sure. We are so and so grateful, but doing what we're doing currently we're so busy with doing weddings. I mean, we do destination weddings. We don't just service local clients. We've done destination weddings. We've done high profile weddings. So between that and the classes, we've now implemented in studio salon services. Some clients don't have a regular hairstylist. We offer clip-in extensions, hair extensions for brides. There's so many other products that we serve, hair accessories. So with all of that, the YouTube channel will have to be put on hold for a little bit, but the virtual classes, I am super excited about and feel like that's it's gonna plummet.
I think so too. And so, Eric, you could participate by like Christmas is coming, and you buy a class for me. That would be that's how you can.
Yes.
Don't take the class. I just need you to pay for the class. Just pay for the class.
Yes.
I think it would be fun.
And I think that's a good, like, Christmas is coming. You could actually purchase these classes. Hopefully they'll be out by Christmas, or
yes.
Let's have the link to buy it and gift it to somebody. Be nice about it. I was thinking, like, man, if I got a gift from somebody I didn't know on makeup, I'd be like, dang, am I not putting my makeup on right? But as a nice gesture to give.
Yes. It's a nice, like a treat, or just treating her to a one-on-one lesson, or
I think we would definitely add value.
Yeah, being busy, we rarely, as moms and as women, sometimes we don't take time out for ourselves. So even if it's just to have that personal time and one-on-one time, just to self-love, and then we can be better for others.
Yes, absolutely. I think it makes you feel better. I mean, it just is a self-esteem booster too. When you can look and feel good, it's just all it's all good. I can't.
Yeah, it is. And it's a funny story. My son's 9, and he said something the other day. I didn't know how to take it. He said, "Mommy, when you have makeup on, you're nicer." I said, "Fun." But it's true. When you feel like you look good, you know, it just changes your mood, your attitude. Regardless, like a guy's, if you have a nice suit on, you know, and your haircut is nice. I mean, when you feel good, you know, when you feel like you look good, you feel better.
Game changer. Yeah,
You know,
I
and
agree.
kids say the darndest things, but
We
sometimes they are
do.
so straight up right.
So true. So true.
So you have a product line, and I feel like there's going to be more to come. Can you talk a little bit about that product line that you have right now?
There's more to come. We do have a small lip line that we we offer brides as part of our package for brides. Our blushing bridal hair and makeup package is our bridal package for brides, and it includes a complimentary lip touch-up kit for the wedding day, and that is our line. We have other products in the works. We actually have a meeting with our coach and mentor tomorrow, actually, regarding launching certain hair products. So there's different things in the works, but just taking it gradually. There's several things in the works, but the lip line is what we have now that we offer complimentary to our brides.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
Okay. So
Sure, shall.
So talking about your son, and you know, you're a mom, you're an entrepreneur, business owner, wife. Like, how do you juggle everything? How do you teach us on how to, you know, manage
Work-life balance.
work-life balance?
That is an ever going challenge, I know, for all of us. And again, I am a wife, I am a mom, and sometimes you have to do all of it at the same time. You know, be the business owner, be the wife, and be the mom all at the same time. For me, I find that planning helps. And when I say planning, I mean time blocks. Like I block off time. Like on Sundays, I have a time that I cut it off. That I have to be mom. You know, it's movie night, or whether it's him draw me a drawing. You know, on certain days, you know, there's time blocks that I have to just set off, because the owner, you're always working, right? Like there's never a time that you're not working as a business owner. But there has to be balance, you know, because if you're going, and you know, you're always busy, it can create, you know, unfortunately, a toll on the other areas that are also important to us. One thing I've learned to do that I thought helped me is at night, I keep a notebook right by my bedside, and I write down my 6 most important things to do each day for the next day. At night is when I find I think a lot. You know, I think, oh, tomorrow I'll need to do this, or I have to do this. It's like that quiet time. And when it's quiet, it's not quiet, right? Like you start thinking of all of these things to do. So I find that getting it out and writing it out on paper gets it out of my mind and onto something that I can see, almost like a task or a schedule for the next day. And then it's almost as if it gives me peace, and I can rest knowing that, okay, I have an agenda that I will do for the next day. And then I feel more productive by doing that. Also, having that list, you know, I'm not sure if everyone's a list person, but lists help me feel more accomplished. And, you know, just something about checking it off the list, like check, check, check. You know, that feeling of completion, and it's rewarding to me. So every night, you know, I try to remember to do that, and it has made a difference. Like when it's time to sleep, you can sleep, and when it's time to be effective and work, you know, you work.
That is such a great idea. I'm going to buy Eric a notebook so he can put it by his bed and write the stuff down instead of waking me up and or keeping me up, telling me all of his ideas. And so that's a good one.
I do that already. Thank you, Joella.
To practice often.
Yes. Thank you.
Really helped.
That are some really good pointers, and You really have some really good ideas, and you're doing some great things over in Texas. I know that you're probably going to be expanding, and maybe TX is just the reason why you called it TX,
Yeah.
because maybe you're going LA, maybe you're going, I don't know,
Okay.
CA, right?
Yeah.
So, man, you're doing some wonderful and some great work, and it's a really inspiration to really hear your story and how even through the COVID challenges that a lot of businesses are having, you took the time to sit down and learn more about your business and how to create a shift or pivot to create more business. And so, great story, great job. We just want to thank you for being a part of our show and sharing your information.
You're
And
welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
yeah, any
Eric, I think we need to plan a trip to Texas.
yeah.
Go visit. We should go
Yes.
visit. Texas.
Mhm.
Yes. Come to
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, I should probably move to Texas.
Yes. 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 Thank you guys for having us. Thank you so much.
Yes. Any last words or anything you want to leave with our listeners?
Just I think we all have to give ourselves grace and just do the best that we can. There's so many things happening, but I try to remember to just think positively. Also, maybe find a mentor, someone that you can bounce ideas off of, someone that challenges you, or an accountability partner. I have a couple of those people in my life that, kind of hold my feet to the fire when you're, off track or may not be pushing to your potential. I think everyone needs someone. And then as business owners, a lot of times we often are the mentees. We are the ones that are there for others, but we need our cups filled also. So just having either that person or someone you can be accountable to, or that inspires you, or, tells you to wipe the dust off your knees when you fall and to try again is so important. And I'm so grateful for, the few that I've had, in my life. I think everyone needs one. So that would be my takeaway. Just have a mentor or someone that you can be held accountable to on your journey.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Sometimes it's good to have, like, we mentor each other, Eric and I, but it's also somebody that's outside that
Yeah.
can give us some coaching. And we have some of those people in our lives too that that's not in the business, working in the business with
Yeah.
us, but has an outlook of the business looking in, not looking out.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Like looking from outside, because it's almost like the eye of a hurricane. When you're in the middle, it's calm, right? Or you don't really see it from a certain perspective, but looking outside, from the outside, it's a totally different view.
Yeah.
And it's two different perspectives. So I think all of us need that. I'm so grateful, like I said, to the ones I've had over the years, and I can remember things they've told me to this day that have carried me. And it's almost like that little thing on my shoulder that says, Joe, like, to change the complexion of your team, it starts within. It's like those little things that when I'm, I either go off track or life, affects us. It's like that little thing on my shoulder, or that person's, words in my ear, or that I'm thinking of, that keeps me going. And then people that are doing better than me, that, maybe people I aspire to be like, or, challenge my thinking. I love that. And I try to keep those people around me, because it's hard, or it's easy to become complacent.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways. So just having someone that challenges your thinking and just to be held accountable to, really, I think will help you grow. And those, I've had those people, and I'm so thankful for them, like all of it. We might not want to hear it sometimes, but it's definitely necessary sometimes.
Wow.
You did say one thing, and that I want to just leave with this that inspired me. And you said, be the person you like to attract.
Yeah.
Be the person, I mean, that's going to resonate with me for a long time. So be the person you want to attract. That's good stuff, right?
Yeah.
there.
When I'm looking for artists, that's what I think. I want to be the type of artist that I want to attract, or I can't lead where I don't go. So as the owner, some people may have an idea of what it's like to be the owner, but I won't ask them to do anything I'm not going to do. I pay myself like an artist. Like I don't pay myself as an owner. I pay myself like an artist. So I don't get paid if I don't work. And I structured it that way for a reason. I'm just really big on that. And just my artists they are the face of the company, so to speak. They represent the brand. Mm-hmm. So if I want loyal artists, if I want friendly artists and respectful artists, then I need to be that. So that's something it translates into how I interact with them. I respect them. They respect me. It's a culture. And the feedback that we get from clients and industry professionals, the reputation that we have is important to me, but I feel that it does translate that way, and I never want to change it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
That's so great.
Joella Williams with the Blush Artistry TX for Texas, all the way in Texas. If you're having a wedding, need some makeup done, she'll travel. Whatever you need to happen, she'll travel. Thank you for being a part of our show, and we really appreciate you. And we'll be back on Thursday.
Yes, Thursday.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you.